Hey guys, Toby Morrison here. Welcome to this week's episode of Toby TV. Today's topic is about true rest and relaxation. And if you see up here, the quote of this week is, if you feel disconnect, maybe it's time to stop, reconnect and reassess. And a lot of the time, or most of the time, typically people with chronic fatigue syndrome are always running on empty or always running on insufficient energy, right? And a lot of the time it's adrenaline, it's stress, it's that irritable kind of energy that, it's almost like overtired but wired, and because you're probably nodding your head at home. So the important thing about this is to actually stop and calm yourself down. Actually stop and purely, truly relax. And when you're able to do that, you calm your whole nervous system down. You calm your digestive system down. Everything slows down to a speed it can actually work at. And what happens when you do that, you're allowing sufficient energy to come through you, and then you're able to actually do things at an optimal level, at a functional level. And when I mean do things appropriately for you. Now, obviously, every single person's different, and what's important is to figure out right now, in this current level of where you're at, is what is it actually appropriate for me to do and continue to do to improve my life and make myself feel good, right? But one of the major keys of this is to actually fill your cup up. And when I say fill your cup, I mean stop filling everyone else's cup up, stop trying to help everyone, stop worrying about things you can't control, and start to fill your cup up. Start to give yourself energy first. And I did a little video on my Facebook page today, a live chat with a few people, lots of people, and one of the topics we were talking about was, okay, well, how can we fill our cup up? What are some things that we can do to fill our cup up, look after ourselves, ultimately self-care, at its best, so we can be functional and well within ourselves, but also help other people too. And a couple of things that I came up with that were quite useful for a lot of people, and they all related to, was initially is do what you need to, not necessarily what you want to. And that might mean forgoing some things that mentally you wish you could do or want to do, but might be detrimental right now. Sometimes you have to, submit to the pressures of it all and do what you need to, okay? Versus what you want to. That's the biggest issue. Second thing you can do is start to honor yourself. Honor your best self. What does that mean? It means honoring yourself in a way that what is right for you. Listen to that voice within yourself and actually ask, what do I need, and honor that. It's one thing knowing what to do, and it's a second, all of this stuff's really good in theory, but until you actually practice it, it's a whole different ballgame. And when you do practice it, it is fantastic. It's so good for you. So honor what you need to do. The third thing is actually, it's not being rude, but it's about being healthfully selfish, in the sense that it's actually good to say no. It's okay to say no and completely do what you want to do. And like I say to my online clients and members, I say, if it's not a hell yeah, say no. So if it's something that doesn't excite you, or you know that it'll drain energy from you, or it's kind of exhausting and not really fulfilling, then ultimately, say no. If it's something that doesn't lift you up, and it's going to drag you down, look after yourself first. Don't say yes just because everyone else thinks you should say yes, or your friends are trying to convince you to do X, Y, Z. The fourth one that I think is very important is some quiet time. Quiet time with yourself. And this might mean closing your eyes, it might mean meditating, it might mean breathing, it might mean lying down for a little while, it might mean watching some TV if you can do that, or your funniest DVD, or whatever it is for you. It might mean going for a walk along the beach if you're able to do that and you're functional enough to do that and that's appropriate for you. Like I said before, it's all about appropriateness. but something that you can do that actually keeps you still, centered, and gives you that energy within yourself. It's a really important topic and a really important key to self-care. And like one of my friends said the other day, she said, you know, it's important to check in regularly and do regular checkups, just like you would with your car, just like you used to go to the doctors, just on a general health regime. And it's just as important for real life stuff. So it's important to stop and reflect and ask yourself. And like I said here, on this whiteboard quote, reconnect and reassess. You know, this video and hopefully this week is perfect for you, is to stop and have that awareness to reassess and reconnect with yourself and ask yourself what is truly important. The fifth one, which I think we all need, is adding joy into our lives. And that's doing something that is it fills your heart with joy. All right? And there's huge research that coincide with joy, happiness, and health. You know, if you like reading books, and you're able to, and it's appropriate for you, read a sentence, read a paragraph, read a page, read a chapter, whatever you can do. As long as it fills your heart, that's fantastic. If it's speaking to a friend that you love, then do that. If it's writing postcards to people, do that. Then if it's talking to strangers down the street, do that. If it's sending random acts of kindness, do that. Even if it's on the smallest amount, and even if it means that you start with 1 minute per day, just do something that fills your heart with joy. It could be playing with your pet. Pets are fantastic for that. So whatever it is for you, do something that actually fills yourself up first. You know, imagine a cup. You know, when it's empty, no one can drink from it. But when it's full within yourself, then people can drink from it, and you are much more able to help yourself and much more able to help other people too. Hope that helps. Read that quote a few more times. Speak to you soon. See you in the next video. Take care.